Okay, for problem number 11, we're asked to draw a quadrilateral with one set of parallel lines. Now, I actually did this in the notes with the parallelogram. Ironically, I went astray from the notes in the book, which actually does this exact same thing. This section is on drawing parallel lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a straight line using a straight edge. And then we're going to make some sort of transversal, and I'm going to draw it on an angle on purpose. Okay? So what I need to do is I need to construct a line that's parallel to, say, this line here. So I'm going to label this as line L, and I need to construct a parallel line. Now, we know the properties of parallel lines and transversals. If I have alternate interior angles that are congruent, parallel lines. If I have corresponding angles that are congruent, parallel line. So all exterior, alternate exterior angles, right? Same side interior sums up to 180. All of those properties can help me to construct parallel lines. But we're going to use the corresponding angle one. Okay? So to use the corresponding angle one, remember, at this little intersection, I'm going to put the pointer of my compass there, right at the intersection as best I can. And then I'm just going to draw an arc. Like so. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a point somewhere out here on the transversal. Oh, shoot. Do you see what I just did?
Yeah.
All right, I got to put it back in spot. So be careful not to do that. I accidentally changed the distance of the compass, but I put it back. Luckily on my smartboard, it snapped it right back to where I had it before. So now what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to copy this angle. So if I were to label this, this would be like angle 1. And I'm going to copy angle 1, or make a congruent angle with that up here. Okay? Now, the way that you make a congruent angle, first of all, Mr. Adams didn't make his line long enough, so I'm going to bring this ruler back here. And I'm going to extend my line so it kind of crosses here. Okay? And we're still going to use this. So now to copy this angle, first you make the arc. These two distances have to be the same. The blue and red arc are the equidistant from the center point of the circle, right? Remember when I say arc, that's just a sliver of the circumference of a circle, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this compass and I'm put my pointer right here and my pencil right here, and I'm going to measure the distance from here to here. Whoops. Like so. Then what I need to do is come right up here and draw that same intersection. Okay? And we're going to do this a lot. By the end of the school year, you guys should be pros at this. Okay? So now I'm going to take my ruler and I'm just going to try to draw my line through those two intersections.
Oh, that was good.
And it's perfect, actually. Now I have an unfair advantage. The board kind of snaps things into place. So now look, what I've done is, this is angle 1, and this is, let's call this angle 2. I've basically, through this construction, made sure that angle 1 and angle 2 are congruent. And because they're corresponding angles,
It's parallel.
that means that line L, and we'll call this one M,
Are parallel.
yeah, so I would say line L is parallel to M. Okay, cool. I need a quadrilateral. That means 4 sides. So what I could do, just for the fun of it,
Oh yeah, he was just trying to say.
now all I got to do is just draw a sign, or just draw a line.
Can you put another angle in and call it C?
So I could say, like, if I label this as capital A,
C different.
Wait,
Capital B,
any line?
capital C, capital D. Yeah, let's double check. The question that the students are asking is, can we draw any line? It says they have to have the side lengths of A and B. It says label side lengths A and B.
That is no way.
Oh, so I suppose okay, so I drew the quadrilateral, but they said that the side lengths of A and B. So now technically, here's the thing. Now that I've drawn my first quadrilateral, okay, now I have some side lengths. So now not only do we're going to be asked to construct another item, but I need to make sure that the side lengths are equal to A and B. So I'm going to pick two sides of this quadrilateral, and I'm going to label them side A and side B. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then we have to incorporate that in our next construction. So I think, and we got to do problem number 13. And so what I'm going to do, and this will be interesting, I'm going to label this, I'll do it like this. From B to C, we'll call that A. Okay? And then from C to D, or A to D, we'll call this B.